been doing a top 30 stream. Yeah, I just need to just get. First of all, I just want. Yeah. I want actually, to be honest, give us. Do you have it?
Yeah, I got my top 30.
Oh, are we doing a?
Yeah. Let me hear this.
Hold
shit,
on, you can't do top
Let me
30
hear this
because
Are
you
you?
said you don't want to hear it.
Even trying to. I'm not really trying to do the stream. It's just now that we're here.
Yeah.
I lied, man. I was hating on him. I'm trying to see it. Obviously, you got it on your phone, innit? So.
Yeah.
Did you put Kaido in it?
Yeah, because you like at first I didn't, innit? But then I saw you put
but
Kaido.
then man,
you lot confused me, like proper confused.
Yeah, but you know that's the thing. Like actually getting man to adhere to rules is just it's impossible. Like we literally had a vote, and then we couldn't even get that right.
What we should have done, someone should have got 100 characters for us to pick from, and we just pick from that.
Did you put? True. But that's on me not phrasing it better. Once I started eliminating people, because it's Daryl trying to eliminate
I knew what you were saying. I just couldn't be bothered because we're not going through.
You know, yeah. For me, the intriguing part about the list is the fact that we're using, the same people, and where do we rank these same people? Man had Odin in his list. Like, why is
you can't have Odin, fam.
He fully had Odin in the list.
Who?
Kwame.
Yeah, you see, like, and this guy was telling me not to
That's what I was saying. These man.
Having Odin in the list isn't bad. It's just that we need parameters, isn't it?
It's not an all-time list.
It's not an all-time list.
Yeah, but what? You wanted Odin to begin with. You wanted to add Odin to begin with, man.
I said Odin, but
Worth wanted to do an all-time list.
Yeah, but and then he goes.
I was trying to get the final.
You think an all-time list would make more sense at the end of the series when you've actually seen everyone?
Yeah, but that's not.
Nah, not really.
But we're not there, innit? And with I think with One Piece, there's so much foreshadow. There's so much portrayal, and so much lore in it. It's like you can still kind of get something now where if you look at someone's all-time list from now to when the series ends, it probably won't even change that much.
Oh shit! Hold on. Right now, I'm actually streaming from Twitch as we speak. I even forgot to switch this off. Oh, we got one viewer,
Did you man see? So let me even get up the chapter because so much happened, fam.
I'm confused. Like I know it's not the same. So you can't. You're telling me you can't get people to respond on chat, yeah?
No, right now I'm streaming. No, I got the Twitch set up in the background, and I forgot to take it off. But it's set up. But I'm trying to take it off now.
Where's my thing? How? I can't even find my thing. I don't even know where I put it.
So I've explained your theory thing. Yeah.
Wait, are you recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
No, I'm saying, are you recording?
Yeah.
Like, you want to record?
Yeah, we're recording now.
Yeah,
what's the theory about?
All your names are real. Like all your names are.
Don't make me remove you from the chat.
I swear.
No, I'm saying.
No, I'm not trying to have my government name straight on the. Well, I need to just make a new account, innit? Or just I can't change it right now.
That's what I need to do because I keep having to change my name and stuff.
Yeah, but you've got the Godfist. How?
Yeah, I know because I changed it before I joined. Yeah, no, not here, but I changed it before I joined.
What, like on your Google account?
Yeah. So when I come off this one, I'm gonna have to change it back to my proper name again.
Okay. Oh, so you made a whole new account for just to come on this? That makes sense.
No. On your Google account, you can just change your name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
what I'm saying is, you need to make like a new.
For this, for real.
For
real. What's this theory even about?
Evil Shanks.
Yeah, it's not a theory, but it's not for me. Obviously you know about the theory, Evil Shanks, isn't it?
Hold on.
Wait.
Before you want to talk about Evil Shanks, you want to talk about the chapter?
Yeah, I will. That's how I know. Hey, John, that's how I know this guy didn't even read what I said.
You didn't read it.
I told John.
Yeah, no one read it. It's only me and Kwame that responded to it.
I was at work, fam. I was just looking at bits and pieces, isn't it? Come to cuss people, then cut it. Like, I didn't really see what was going on. What's it about?
Daryl
Yeah,
eating food in the background, man,
second.
warming up his boiled egg in that.
Shit. What a hater.
There's boiled egg on your plate, though, innit?
No, man, I'm not that Ghanaian, but I can't lie. If I could get one right now, shit, it would slap.
Yeah, found it, fam. Yo, you want me to just say it, or do you want me to like put it up so you lot can see it?
No, don't put it up.
I'm trying to hear the introduction. I don't even know what it's about.
Do you want to talk about the chapter first, or do you want to talk about the theory?
Oh no! I was talking about like my top 30.
Your top 30. Sorry, I forgot about that. Go on.
Yeah. Go on.
You want me to put it up on screen or just say it?
Say it.
You might as well put it up.
Do both.
Yeah,
you have to do both because don't forget we're recording.
Yeah.
Or
what you could do, you could open up your chat in the corner and just write it in there if you want, so everyone can see.
Oh, is it? You could do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Let me see. Yeah, hold on. A window. A tab now.
Actually, do you know what? Because the top
30... Can you see what I'm doing?
Do you know what the top... When you send it in, it'll come in. But you know the video that I recorded for the top 30? Because that's been corrupted. By the way, that shut down my whole laptop for 4 days. For 4 days.
How?
I don't know. The file got corrupted, and I've tried to get the file back, and then the computer just said, "Nah, there's some judging this. This thing is lock off. Whole thing lock off." I only fixed it like yesterday. But since we're here, I know you didn't want to do the top 30 thing. Do you want to do like a 20-30 minute top 30 talk, like worth throws his top 30 in? I'll add mine, and then Daryl adds his, and you just want to discuss it quick.
Yeah. Like just that, yeah. To do like a little bit.
No, when it comes to my top 30, so much time has passed, and I've actually had time to think. So my top 30 is completely different.
How'd you do that?
Yes, I'm tech savvy. I'm not like
God fist.
You man are using your computers.
Yeah. Boy. Can you not see it though? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But back and forth.
Let it get back onto the screen.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. 1 second. Share window. But which window? This window. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's it. You lot should see it now.
Yeah, I can see it, but it's not the clearest.
It's not clear. How so? 1 second.
Zoom in and make it full screen. For the page.
That's the problem, though.
So it should be on like 90%. Go to like 140 or something.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm pinning your... No. Yeah, 1 second. All right. Oh, you lot can see my thing move. That's crazy. How about 1 second?
Increase the page a bit, like so it's.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh,
should be bottom right.
Yeah. How about now?
That's it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Start from bottom.
Nah, like my bottom ain't fully. Shit. Like,
that's it.
Have you got Magellan?
He's got Weevil.
Yeah, I got Magellan in there. Nah, I had to put Weevil like for now. You want me to start from the bottom?
Start from the bottom. Yeah, and then just talk about it, innit?
Yeah. So I didn't fully finish it, but like, you know what I mean, like, but I feel like, yeah, of course. So let me look at this shit. Like, so from this shit, I put it. What can I say? Put me on the spot. Yeah, this got me moving shy.
This is not uni, bro. Come on.
It's so far, we can't even see shit really as well.
Huh? What?
Like it's that far away. So if you're trying to hide shit, we can't even see shit anyway.
It's far away. What?
No,
What
it's
you
cool.
trying
It's
to say?
cool. It's cool.
Yeah, look.
Oh shit, my bad. I was looking at the head, like the top shit. I didn't even. So crocodile 30.
Crocodile's 29.
Oh, you're doing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
the only reason why I put him there, because the way I see it, like obviously with all of these bounties inflation, yeah, he's bound to also be strong. You know what I mean? Like you can't. What's his bounty again? 2 billion?
It's 2 billion now,
Is
but
it
you
2
can't
bill?
have Weevil but you can't have two
Hold on.
people.
Is Crocodile's bounty 2 bill now? I thought it was 1 point something.
Yeah, it's 2
I think it's
bill,
up to
fam.
2.
Oh,
Yeah, so you can't have a guy who's 2 bill and not have that kind
I
of
need to
level
double
of strength.
check that.
You feel me? But obviously, I don't like
It's 2 bills.
inflation. I don't like. Yeah, no, you're right. Lucci, like I can't have thingy, so that's why I'm gonna take off.
No. Don't remove anyone. Don't remove anyone.
No, you have to, man.
I have
It's
to.
top
You
30.
can't have 2 people. It's top
Oh,
30.
sorry.
But
Yeah, okay.
Pick.
Yeah, I had Hancock there because I was still thinking about
No,
it. You know
Crocodile's
what I mean?
bounty is 1.9.
It's 1.9, yeah. Because Hancock, she's irrelevant right now, so I'm gonna take her
You
off
think so?
because I think she'll participate,
If
but in
Hancock's
terms of
relevant,
like
then why is Crocodile relevant?
hold on, because like he's just joined up with what's his name, with Hawkeye. They created this new organization, isn't it? What's it called? Flipping
The Guild?
the one with
Cross-Guild?
Buggy, yeah. So that plot point is going to be relevant. You know what I mean? I'm expecting Hancock to become a little bit relevant, but not as relevant as the Cross Guild. You get what I mean? So because of that, like I feel like Crocodile will probably have to be stronger than her. Like I know that's mad because you know what? That's mad. You know that's
So
mad.
so between the two of them, you're going strictly on portrayal and what you expect for them
that's
to
what
do
I'm
in the
saying.
story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's mad because we know Hancock.
Can I ask a question, Worth? So Daryl said you're going off
Yeah.
strictly based off portrayal, but I'm assuming as you got the list.
No, I'm also I'm going off hype as well. Hype isn't like for me.
Okay,
Hype isn't
but
necessarily evidence,
I
but
just want to
like hype
confirm,
for me,
like for the list, I'm
the bank is
assuming
hype.
every character will have their own justification on why they're there.
Yeah.
Some people it's
So
because
for
of
me,
hype,
it's
some people
portrayal
it's
and hype.
portrayal, some people it's a mixture of
Nah,
everything.
yeah. Now for me, it's both. For me, it's a mixture of both, innit? But yeah, for me, it's a mixture of both. Like that's my criteria, innit? It's both. So for me, it's hype and portrayal. And Crocodile's bounty, that's hype for me. So you got to take that into consideration. His portrayal has been poor, but when you think about his bounty, listen, he's got to be at least right now as strong as a commander, if
Did
not
you say
slightly
Crocodile's
strong.
portrayal's poor?
No, his portrayal is poor. Yeah, like poor, like rubbish, like shit. You know what I mean? In terms of like strength wise, but he's hype right now. The hype right now is his
Do
bounty.
you not think that you know what we saw from Crocodile? Obviously, we know when he fought Luffy, it wasn't really the best display. Like he did do well, he did low diff Luffy, but then
Yeah,
in the
but
wall, don't
he
you think
lost
what he done
against.
in the wall was enough to kind of when you kind of look back at the wall, it kind of brings him up just based off what you saw.
Yeah, a little bit, but I feel like he should have been packed. He should have been packed in by all the niggas that he fought. You know what I
At the
mean?
wall,
He lost against Luffy at 30 million bounty. He
yeah.
lost against that Luffy. You know what I mean? And then he's obviously you can say he's gotten stronger, but my guy has been in prison. You know what I mean? So he comes out fighting all of these elite fighters as if like toe to toe. He should have been packed, in my opinion. So obviously, in terms of his portrayal, like it's below average. But when it comes to his hype right now, the hype, you've got to give him a bit of credit and say, look, he's got a higher bounty than the commanders, like even the first commanders, like Marco. You know what I mean? So
Do you know what Marco's bounty is?
right now? Yeah, it's between Queen and King. So 1-4 something or 1-3 something.
So who are the honorable mentions that you have that you put him above?
Mentions. That I put him up. Oh,
yeah. So who else could have made 30?
Who else could have made 30? Like I didn't really think of that.
If you don't, you can just carry on because we'll be here forever. Innit?
You know
Yeah. Carry on because what I'm going to do is look at who isn't in the list.
Yeah.
As we go on.
Fair enough. Yeah. So if anything, even like you could probably even put Weevil up there, like 29 and 30. But anyway, like for me personally, like Sanji's portrayal post time skip has been dead, isn't it? But he defeated Queen. Obviously, that's enough credit for me. You feel me? Like, and I feel like I would have put like between Sanji and Lucci. For me personally, like I would have put I would have put Sanji above Lucci.
You're gonna have to remove some of these guys.
Oh shit! Yeah. Sorry. See, this is what I'm saying. I didn't finish it properly.
Smoothie.
So if I'm gonna remove
Lucky
people,
Room.
I'm gonna remove all of those. I'm gonna keep it. How's it now? You can see it, innit?
So yeah, are you gonna keep Lucky Roo?
Yo, no, 20 from 25 up is mad. I have to keep Lucky Roost. Yo, I'm gonna keep Lucky Roost. What am I even doing? Let me not lie. I got
because right now, this is looking a bit unfair because when we done our stream, it was just had characters.
Editing the thing
and
as
now
it goes along.
Worth is changing it around. You see, that's why I said I didn't want Worth to see our list because he may change his.
No, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It gets you thinking like, do you know, I understand why he did this, and I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
I know it seems like cheating,
yeah,
but
it's
for me,
true.
like, you know what I mean?
Someone brought up Magellan, and I put him on my list. But now I've had 2 weeks to think about it. That nigga ain't on my list.
I wouldn't put him on my list.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, I took him off completely.
Yeah, so like for me, you gotta give respect to Lucky Roo, innit? Like for Shanks crew, like for me, he's like on the same level of Sanji right now because they're like the second commanders, innit, of their respective crews. So, but if I had to choose between them two, just because of like who Shanks is at the moment, you'll soon see who's at the top of my list. Innit?
Are we still going and saying that Lucky Roo is the fastest guy in the verse?
I don't even care. Who says that? I don't say that. I don't even care. Like, but I know there's hype behind him. Like, if Shanks, for instance, if Shanks is the strongest Yonko, it doesn't mean his right hand man is the strongest right hand man. But obviously, Ben Beckman is stronger than, my opinion, like stronger than a couple right hand mans, isn't it? So, but that goes to say that even his second commander should be up there. You feel me? But I'm gonna give it to Lucky Roo. I'm gonna put Lucky Roo above Sanji, even though like the portrayal is mad for Lucky Roo, innit? You know what I mean? Even though we ain't seen no feet from him, you feel me? No concrete hard feet anyway.
I don't think the portrayal from Lucky Roo is mad, but you can't really say too much.
No, you can't. But the portrayal based on his crew,
based off the crew first.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, and obviously the 26 goes to Lucci, innit? 26 goes to Lucci, and I ain't got to say much, but I feel like the fight between him and Luffy, it should have gone completely. It was one-sided, but I wanted it to be more one-sided, and like people said, it was more for the narrative. That's the reason why they clash. Because me personally, that clash shouldn't even have been a clash. You feel me? Like he should have been like pushed back or something. But that's not even necessary. All right, cool. So now here comes like this is where it gets hard for me. This is where it gets hard for me. For me, number 18 and 19.
Oh, you're not gonna go through the 24 to 20.
No, I'm going through them. But because you lot can see it right now, innit? Like, but for me, number 16 and 17 can be swapped around with 18 and 19. You feel me?
For
me, 16 and 17 can be switched around with 18 and 19. So I'm gonna talk about it and then see what I think. But anyway, now the reason why I'm gonna go and put because 20 to 25, that's commander level. Those are like the strongest commanders. You know what I mean? And me personally, at the moment, I feel like Shilui, because we ain't seen so much of Shilui, that's why I can't put him higher than people like Katakuri and Sabo and all of that. Until I see more, then I'm going to be ready to put him up there. Obviously, him being like the final strongest, not strongest pirate, but Blackbeard being the final pirate antagonist, you'd expect that his second strongest would be able to give, like Zoro a run for his money. Do you get what I mean? So I could easily put Shilly up there on 20th, but at the moment I can't because of where I put Blackbeard. You feel me? So right now he should be at 24. There's hype around him, but there isn't enough feet. Now, let's go to Marco. I mean, the reason why I put Magellan at 25 is only because he was comparable to Shilui. Do you feel me? He was comparable. But they even said that he was even more dangerous than Magellan because Magellan would be doing like number 2 while Shilui would be taking care of stuff. You feel me? So that's why I'm going to put him there at 25 and Shilui at 24. Now, these are the top commanders, yeah? Out of King and Marco, it's a tough one, but I'm gonna just give it to King, innit? You feel me? Like
he had that boy in a headlock.
Huh?
He had him and Queen in the headlock at the same time, but you have King over Marco.
But hold on. Like for me, that shouldn't have happened. For me, it's a failure on Oda's part. Hold on, for me, it's a failure from Oda because he needed something to hype Marco. So it felt like to me he needed to do something to hype Marco, and he thought in his right mind that to do that against 2 commanders, diminishing the threat of commanders by having one commander.
It's not that deep. I think it's just it's just as simple as Marco done that because it's them 2. Because Marco is not doing that to Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux. He's not doing that to them, but he's doing it to King and Queen because that can happen to King and Queen. You even saw what Greenville done to King and Queen. Like, they're not guys like that.
Well, yeah, these guys were defeated. Hold on. King and Queen, they were wiped out. Like, come on, you can't use that. You can't use that.
There's no way Arbor is stronger than Marco, and there's no way Arbor's beating Marco in an all-out fight.
Hold on. You can't use the excuse that Greenville took them out because these guys were already defeated. Remember, they were like done out.
It was a week. A week later.
A week later, they still had bandages and all them stuff. You know what I mean?
A week.
Chances
that's calm.
They also had
King and Queen.
Hold on.
No, I like Queen. I just don't get. Wait. I just do not.
They were probably in cuffs as well.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, we don't. Well, see, this is where we're going into conjecture because it's like we saw them in the chapters and there was no handcuffs.
To be honest,
they just lost.
If you think about it, they should have cuffs on them because they were defeated and they were thrown into the prisoner mines. They should have cuffs.
That's what I'm saying. It makes
but who would put the cuffs on them? Because Sanji kicked this man out of a building into like an abyss. And then Zoro chopped this man in the air somewhere. Who's going to just now come and cuff them?
Anyone.
Yeah, but how did they get in prison then?
They weren't imprisoned until Aramaki arrested them.
No, they were in prison already, no?
So how did they get out?
They didn't.
So how were they outside when Aramaki saw them?
The prison is outside. The prison. Don't you remember the prisoner mines?
I think they were outside.
Well, I don't remember. That's 2 piece right there.
Yeah, memory might be fuzzy, but I think they were inside because I saw cages, innit?
Either way. Okay. So I can't use the Aramaki. 2 people lost to 1 guy after a week of losing who they lost to. Cool. They still got headlocked.
No, but they didn't though.
They did get headlocked.
They didn't though. But afterwards, them 2 kind of like wiped him out. You know what I mean? So it was a little showing for me. For me, it was for narrative purpose. It was just clearly for that, but not to show that, Marco is actually so super strong, he can take on 2 commanders. Like, you know what I mean? Even Sanji was doing slight bits against 2 commanders while Zoro was down. You feel me? Obviously, like
not to Marco's extent.
Yeah, not with that ease. But he held them
and
down.
That swagger.
In that anime, Sanji was looking cool.
Oh my days! You've been watching that shit. Oh my days! When he was holding up my man. Oh my days!
All I'm saying is
the suit was clean. I'm just saying.
Fam, the crimson red.
It took Zoro with flipping advanced Conqueror's Haki to defeat this guy, and I'm not sure if
that's what it would take to beat Marco.
But what I'm saying is,
the thing about King, he's such a disappointment because before he is though. His flame. I can't actually, really remember how the fight went, but he basically had this linear fighting style of when he's in his defense form, You can't touch with, you know, innit,
Yeah.
though?
Yeah,
The flame
yeah,
on,
yeah,
flame
yeah.
off thing, where when he's got the flame on, he's basically indestructible, and without it, he's off. And
Nah,
you have to remember,
the whole was kind of
Marco
through
has
a
regenerative
disappointment.
powers. Like
Yeah,
Marco he can heal himself.
I
yeah.
assume to a
But
certain
but
degree.
He's beating King. He's
but
beating
hold
King,
on,
man.
you know that, you know what's also disappointing, because I wanted Zoro to slash King whilst he had his defensive that defensive mode on, but by the
No,
looks of it, hold on, by
it
the
didn't
looks of
work.
it, he didn't have it.
No,
By
no,
the
no,
looks
he
of it, he
didn't.
didn't have it.
You know, can I
Zoro's
ask you a
game
question?
plan
You
was
know
to
when
get
you
him
guys are
out of
saying
it
that,
and
I
then
know
slice him.
that's my disappointment.
you know when you're saying that you guys are disappointed in
Mm.
King, did you want King to defeat Zoro or
No, of course we know it's a shonen we're watching, but it's like, you know, push him to the limit. He didn't push
like
Zoro to no
remember
limit. It
what I
was
said
it was it
before
was Chopper
about
that pushed
King?
Zoro to
Yeah,
the limit.
is that Katakuri looked so good because he was fighting the main character. Zoro probably doesn't look as good because he's
Yeah,
fighting a
but
guy
no,
who
no, no. Do you know
is
why
a
I don't go
secondary
with
type
that
character.
argument? The reason why I don't come with that argument because people are more invested in these Zolo fights anyway.
And they're
Like
not good.
if a guy
His fights aren't good anyway.
puts work it, if someone puts PTSD on Zoro like Kuma did, and it happens nowadays, watch the fan base boost that guy to godly status because it's
True
Zoro.
that.
Because it's Zoro.
Yeah,
It's just
true
that
that.
King wasn't the guy. King's not the
I'm not
guy.
really disagreeing, but I think it's a little bit unfair on King because he's not. He's not going to get the screen time that Katakuri was going to get because he's not fighting the main character.
I just feel like you see how Zoro broke all his bones, yeah, fucking with the Yonkos. Imagine if it was King that had put him in that predicament, and then imagine King wins round one, he broke all Zoro's
That's fair.
bones,
That's fair.
and then King has to go to, and then Zoro has to go to Chopper
Yeah,
to take
It's
that
true.
drug, and then he beats King
What
whilst he's in
don't
his
you think that's a lot of
in
screen
his
time for
indestructible form.
Zoro? Because that only really
Zoro
yeah,
happens.
but why
deserves it.
not though? Why
Zoro
not? He
deserves it.
deserves it.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair.
Why not?
Fair. No, that's
Plus
actually solid points. It's solid points.
the fight was short, and yeah, like we wanted to see Zoro with more damage. You feel me? And I
But
got more
one
to
thing,
say about that fight, but I'm
you've
not
not
trying
been
to go.
watching the anime, have you?
No, not yet.
When that Zoro King fight comes, yeah, the way the anime's been going, the way we're cutting the fight's probably gonna look sick in the anime.
Yeah.
But
The anime
that
is
might just be
probably
me fanboying. But I'm loving this one shit right now.
Yeah, though
I'm loving it.
sometimes
me
Did you
not
see
really.
Yamato
The,
it's
Kaido?
still
the,
off
the
The
sometimes.
special
animation.
That's
effect
just
was
what it
too
is.
much for me.
See, do
For
you know
me,
what?
the
Do you know I'm a
special
fraud
effects was too
because
much.
I didn't even have Yamato in my top 30, but after I
Did you
saw
see the
the
fight?
episode, I'm like, Daryl, oh my
Yeah,
days.
you are losing. Hold on. You said you didn't have Yamato in your top 30.
I didn't, man, because it's
You're
like,
crazy.
yeah, it was dumb. It
No.
was impromptu, man. It was fast, man.
See,
I think I had
should have
her in
taken
there.
the
Yeah, I
time,
had.
fam.
Well, let me check.
I put Yamato in the list, and these man were cussing me.
I think I was beefing Worth in the week about Yamato's
But
power,
do you
so I
know
was
what about
hating on her for
Yamato?
that
Yeah,
week.
is that she's actually strong. She's got like a really good skill set, but you know,
Nah, my list is
but
actually I need to
But you
change
know
my
when
list
Worth was
because
saying that
there's a couple
Yamato
man
arguments.
that
is
should not
stronger,
be in
Your
there.
lists
is
are
strong,
crazy,
yeah.
bro.
Yamato's strong. She's not as strong as you probably think she is, just because she's got a really good skill set. But she is strong.
No. She's not as strong as Worth thinks
Yeah,
she
she's not as
is,
strong as what Worth
but
thinks she is,
I
but
was
she is
hating on
strong.
her because you
Nah.
see
I
Worth's
think
list. Let
she's
me come back
stronger
to
than
this
I think.
chat because
Yeah.
I saw. Forget my list. Let me quickly come back to Worth's thing because I saw something. Let me
I'm
come
gonna
back to
add your
this shit.
list
I
to
saw
the chat,
Yamato. So
in about 5 minutes.
Man's got Yamato above Katakuri and above
Yeah,
Law.
fam.
Who?
I
Yeah.
don't.
Hold on.
Who?
I
Above
don't.
Katakuri, you can look. You can
Is that
Yamato.
debate
me?
with me
I
above.
don't
Is
have
that my list?
You've got an
no.
argument there, yeah.
Worth.
You've got you. You go on. You go on.
No,
Go on. Go on.
go on.
You've got an argument there. Like I said at the beginning, in it, 16 and 17, yeah. If someone can convince me to put 16 and 17 below 18 and 19, I'll do it, fam. But not
Oh,
Katakuri. Yeah,
okay, but not
I'll do it.
Katakuri.
But not Katakuri, fam. Nah. Because I believe, for me, Law and Kid, they've surpassed King, Marco, and Katakuri.
First.
Them guys there. They've surpassed the first commander.
I don't agree, but
Other than
I feel like narratively, I feel like off actual feats, clout, hype, and just boss man shit. Pierre, Law has, and
Yeah.
I think Kid's only done it through the narrative. As
Yeah, fair
for
enough.
Yamato,
Yeah.
there's no way Yamato is walking out of the mirror world if it's just her and Katakuri in there. She's not the one coming out.
Nah, she's
She's
coming
just
out,
not.
fam.
She's
For
not
me,
coming out.
for me, she
Yamato
back then she
coming
would
out.
pack more punches than Luffy.
Nah.
Back then, yeah,
I
advanced
don't
conquerors
see.
haki.
Do you know exactly? That's what the
Isn't
thing comes
Yamato
down
stronger
to.
than
Yeah,
Luffy
I don't think
when
her
he
yeah,
fought
advanced
when
Katakuri?
he
conquerors
fought
is that strong.
Katakuri.
I don't think her advanced conquerors is that strong. That's really what it
the
comes down
question,
to.
though. What it comes down to? Why is it not that strong? That's what I've been trying to get you man
Because
to
Not
tell
all
me.
Conquest Haki
because
is
I
made the
saw what
same.
Zoro done. I saw what Zoro done with it, and I saw what Luffy done with it, and I saw what Yamato done with it, and hers to me is the weakest.
Yeah, but for me, and that's narrative. That's plot why it's the weakest because we know
No. That's facts.
Yamato.
Why it's the
Hold
weakest.
on.
Zoro
Yeah,
and
but
Luffy are stronger than her.
just
That's
like how
why.
you believe. No, just like how you believe. Yeah, like when it comes to Kid, the reason why he's up there is because of narrative. The
It
same
is
reason
though.
why the reason why
Look at the
the
hardship.
reason
Think
why
about it.
Yamato's the reason why Yamato's advanced conquerors haki seems like pretty weak to you guys is because it wasn't her job to finish
But
Kaido or do
but,
any more
but I
damage.
said the same
And
thing
she was meant to.
about King and Zoro that it's not.
I don't
Like,
look
you know
at
what
it
I
that
mean?
way. I don't look at it that way because
Because
I
like
saw
nothing
her.
tells me though, but it
The
makes
reason I
no
don't
sense
look
to
at
me.
it that way, yeah, I
But
saw her
why though?
go with
What
the
makes
attacks.
your
Do you know why?
advanced conquerors haki stronger than the person?
The damage output.
No, but I'm saying why is that the case? What makes Yamato's advanced conquerors haki weaker than Zoro's or Luffy's? When
Because do you know why? Because do you know why? Because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. You asked the question. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because the person who was hit, it's very simple. The person who took the attack, what was their reaction? When Kaido took Luffy's attacks, he was feeling the attacks way more than Yamato's.
No, hold on.
That's how I answer your question. That's why it's stronger. Because it hurt more. That's why it's stronger.
But that's not my question. I don't think you're getting my question. And I'm gonna come back
John,
to
was
that.
that not his question?
That. But that's not. Maybe let me try.
Yeah.
Let me try to phrase it in another way. No, like
question.
the question is what makes. I'm not talking about the damage output, but the question is what makes Luffy or Zoro's damage output much greater than Yamato's damage output.
Stronger King's haki.
How do we know that Zoro's will is stronger than Yamato? Like,
I think it is.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in?
How do we know?
I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to answer your question.
Look at Zoro's dream and look at Zoro's path. You're telling me his will is stronger than Yamato.
What makes? I don't understand.
I'm going to answer your question. Yeah, you're saying what makes their Conqueror's haki stronger than Yamato's? Luffy actually defeated Kaido and Zoro actually landed an actual hit that damaged Kaido.
No, but
but Yamato didn't actually land a hit with her Conquerors with King
that done
haki
anything. It was a trickle of blood. It was a trickle of blood. That was all from his head. A little trickle of blood.
I get your responses, but that's not what I'm saying. Like how do you like? How do you determine
do you know what
Yamato's ambition and war stronger than Zoro? Why?
Because so think about it.
Ambitious. She just don't want to be pirate king, but
no. I feel like so. Do you know what the question simply is? The question simply is: who do you think has stronger Conqueror's haki? Who do you think has a stronger will, Zoro or Yamato? And I say Zoro any day of the week.
No, right, fair enough, but you like in story you got to give us the reason why Yamato. Like fair enough, but in story you got to give us the reason why Yamato, who's had advanced conquerors haki for time now, and then a newbie just comes, boom, boom, bow, he does more damage output than the experienced one.
This is a special newbie. This is a newbie that is going to go down as a legend.
I understand that
but a newbie with advanced conquerors haki. Hold on, but a newbie with advanced conquerors haki. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, why?
You know, this is not going to age well for Worth. This is not going to age well for Worth because when the story goes on, and the more people start using this, and we see that Yamato is the weakest user of it, it will just be.
My question remains though. My question remains like.
No, it doesn't remain because if you ask any One Piece fan, who do you think will have stronger? Who has stronger King's Haki?
Because
Zoro or Yamato?
Also, can I? I'm gonna interject here. I'm gonna
90% of One Piece
What?
fans will tell you
I'm gonna
Zoro.
interject.
90%.
You know, with the Conqueror's Haki, right? You know, with the Conqueror's Haki, the reason why I'm saying Luffy and Zoro have stronger Conqueror's Haki than Yamato is because their dreams are just better than Yamato's. Like Yamato's. Hold on.
Are you telling me Zoro's gonna be stronger than Whitebeard? Yeah, because he wants to be the
believe this guy is
let me just finish
and
this.
saying that Yamato is just as driven as Zoro. Do you know the sacrifices that Zoro's made in the show? And you're saying Yamato is equal?
With Yamato's,
this guy was about to give his life for the captain.
Yo, let me just finish quickly. You guys can go at it.
Yamato's not on that type of spot. When was Yamato prepared?
Yo, let me finish quickly. I just want to finish
Think
my
about it.
point.
You're saying on what basis in the story, yeah? This guy was prepared to die in the story. Yamato was not prepared to die at any point in Wano.
I just want to finish my point just quickly.
It wasn't the plot.
Yamato's pussy ass never left the island. Yamato's pussy ass never left Onigashima because she thought that cuffs will blow up.
She had cuffs that could blow her hand.
I just want to finish my point quickly. It's like
when my guy Zoro was about to cut off his leg in the candle wax.
She had cuffs that could blow off her hand. Yeah, and she had dreams. She had things she wanted to do.
Yamato's will is nowhere near Zoro's. It's not actually close. The more I think about it,
he wanted to defeat.
How am I backing Zoro? I don't fuck with Zoro.
Go on, John. Interject.
With the point I was going to finish about Yamato is that Yamato's dream is borrowed. That's also
every dream is borrowed.
It's a borrowed dream.
This is the will. This is the inherited.
It's not inherited. There's no blood, nothing. It's not inherited.
You don't need blood to inherit someone's will. Come on, that's fact. That's basic.
Okay.
No.
Inherit someone's
dream
will.
is definitely inherited will.
Okay, it's inherited, but it's still borrowed. It's a borrowed dream.
So is Zoro. Zoro's is even deeper.
It's a borrowed dream.
Zoro's trying to match Ryumo without even knowing it. That's why Zoro's thing is deeper. It's just deeper. The Shimotsuki bloodline is just deeper. You can't chat to me about Yamato's will.
Whitebeard wasn't trying to be the strongest of anything. All he wanted was to have a family and protect that family. Yet this guy could match the Pirate King, fam. This guy
but he's special. He's special. He's not a normal person.
Look
at how he was built, fam. This guy was a tank.
God, come on, but look at now Yamato, like that's the daughter of a young.
Wait. So what? Are you telling me? Yeah. So what? Are you telling me that Yamato's will, and her Conqueror's Haki is just the same as Zoro's? It's just as strong.
You know what?
You're saying why? You're saying why is Zoro stronger?
No, but I want
it. So now I'm asking you. What do you think? Is Yamato the same?
Look, listen, hear me out. Look, right now, I could argue, my argument isn't, it's not that I don't believe Zoro's Haki or Luffy's Haki is stronger than Yamato. It's not that. But it's like, you can't just tell me that without giving me a reason. Why is it that someone who is experienced in advanced Conqueror's Haki, the daughter of a Yonko, come on, you know what I mean?
Then I will have to go back to damage.
Mythical Zohan, hold on.
It's very simple.
She has mythical Zohan, yet her advanced Conqueror's Haki is weaker than someone who just activated it.
Okay, but so were you impressed with her damage?
I wasn't, but that's the question. Why isn't her damage greater than?
Because she ain't got it like that. Because she ain't got it like that.
Why though? It makes no sense in story. It's like saying as soon as Luffy.
It does make sense. Maybe she's just not that strong.
Hold on. It's like saying
how about that?
When Luffy activated his observation future sight, it's now straight away greater than Katakuri. That wouldn't make sense. It makes no sense.
I knew you were going to use that point.
Fair enough for Luffy. Luffy wants to be the Pirate King, but I would even argue against why is it that her advanced Conqueror's Haki is weaker than Luffy's? Please make it make sense. And why is Luffy's one clashing with a Yonko and splitting the sky straight away? Like, can someone help me understand?
Because he's that guy.
Yeah, but I don't need that. Telling me he's that guy makes no sense to me. Give me an in-story reason why suddenly
there isn't one because King's Haki has been explained in detail.
There isn't one. Exactly. So it's just all shit. So there isn't one. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me move on still. Like, I feel like Law and Kid, obviously, they deserve to be like up there stronger than the commanders, innit? Like even for me, like I could even switch Sabo with Katakuri, but I'll leave that. I'll leave that there. I'll leave that. I'll leave that as it is in it. So let's move to Law and Kid. For me personally, from what I saw in the wall, Law just did it for me more than Kid. You know what I mean? Law did it for me more than Kid. But like I said, if we had an argument between 16, 17, I could put Law as 16, Kid as 17, Zoro as 18, and Yamato as 19. For me, it's not a problem. I can switch those two around, like those four around. So it's not really a problem for me. Like as you see at 16 and 17, you can put them as 18 and 19 if you want. So it's not a problem. But if I had to give a reason, for me, ACOC makes a big difference. Now, big man thing for me, ACOC makes a big difference.
You feel me? By the way, you know when you said
I know John's gonna hate that.
Possibly awakened. She's definitely awakened.
She has to be, like, for me, she has to be awakened, like, but possibly awakened.
But move on because I don't want to.
I know Luke
spend too much time.
You know.
Awakening got ruined for me though in this chapter.
Loki.
I can't lie.
When I saw Kaku
with the way when I saw Kaku had it, it took away.
Yeah.
So.
It was BS, like, you know what I mean, like. But
now it's weak. When Lucci had it,
exactly.
You know what it's like full body.
I didn't want to shit on it too much because I don't want to be a hater in it. Nah, I mean, so.
Yeah, but it's only because his fruit shit, man. If it was Jabra awakened, I would have been gassed.
If it was Jabra, he will still have those flipping black, whatever those flames are, fam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it will look cooler. A giraffe is lame.
Yeah, that's true as well. But for me, ACOC makes a difference. So if I had to make my argument of why Zoro and Yamato are strong, ACOC makes that difference. You know what I mean? I feel like Zoro. In fact, we know about the speedy recoveries of awakened Zohan. So Yamato being an awakened Zohan, she had that speedy recovery. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Zoro can take Law's attack and get up
when she hasn't even done anything in life to be.
I'm talking about Zoro. Hold on, I'm talking about Zoro. You're saying he ain't done nothing even in life. All of these characters, 16, 17, 18, and 19, can greatly damage people.
Yamato is a specimen. She's gifted genetically and she got good devil fruit, but she ain't awakened, right? You have to actually have lived a life to awaken your fruit. She ain't awakened, is she? Let me go on Wiki.
I don't think it's not confirmed.
Oh, it says possibly awakened.
Just based on what people have been framed with the powers.
Yeah, no, she's not awakened.
Assume she's
She'll probably be awakened. She'll probably be awakened when she'll probably awaken the fruit later on. Not now. She can't be awakened.
I don't know. Yo, move on.
Oh, by the way,
move on.
All right, cool. So the top G of the top, then the top G of the top G is Ben Beckman.
Top G, what? Andrew Tate, yeah?
Nah, I forget Andrew Tate, fam.
Yeah, top G.
He's a top, like, for me, Ben Beckman, when it comes to, like, all the commanders right now, I feel like he's on a different level compared to them, innit? You know what I mean? I don't think I really need to explain much, but I feel like he also probably has ACOC and with his experience. But I feel like I don't really need to talk too much. But for me, he's out of all the commanders right now, he's the strongest. I just leave it as that. You know what I mean? But I ain't even got to explain much. Now, cool. So I got 14 and 13. I got Garp and Rayleigh. Can you man see it? Yeah. Because for me,
Rayleigh over Beckman, old Rayleigh over current Beckman. Yeah,
man. I feel like Garp, like these guys are.
And you gave them advanced conquest.
Garp.
Yeah. Like.
You think they can both use advanced conquest Haki?
Who?
Garp and Rayleigh.
Yeah, duh. Rayleigh's already. Rayleigh it's a fact already. He can use it. He showed it against Blackbeard. I don't know if you didn't see it.
That's a fact. What? I'm not saying it's not, but you like to say things are facts.
Which is bullshit, because Blackbeard should have wiped them, all of them there. Hancock and Rayleigh and all of them.
It's not bullshit, man. Rayleigh even said. He
said because of his reputation.
Yes.
Reputation. No, hold on. Think. No, that's reputation. Now,
yes,
you Blackbeard
he has a reputation.
Hold on.
And Blackbeard is a cautious person. if that was Akainu, his reputation wouldn't mean shit. You would have seen Rayleigh on the front page of the news.
No, that's what I'm saying. Look, for me, it was like you come for a goal, like she's right there, and then you're telling me you're a yonko, and you roll up, you wanted to come and take Hancock's fruit, and then you see Rayleigh, a man who was like,
did you see the look on Blackbeard's face when he saw the Seraphim? He shat himself. He's scared. Like,
we know he would wipe them out. So forget about being scared and all that. We know he would wipe. We know the only reason why he didn't fight Rayleigh there, because we know he would have wiped Rayleigh out. That's just a fact. Like, for me, it's like, it's nonsense. For me, it's nonsense that he didn't do anything, because it wasn't that time for Rayleigh to die yet. And clearly, the main reason for Blackbeard being at that island. Oh, hold on. What happened?
All right. Carry on.
Yeah,
no, it comes down to Blackbeard's pussy. That's what it comes down to.
Fam. He was
he is, man.
Plot, he's not a pussy, man. It's just plot demanded that he's there. He came there to take what's his name, Kobe. He came there to take Kobe. You know what I mean?
Is Kobe that important? Who's he trying to lure out, really? If he's
we don't know yet. We're about to find out. Must be got. Because if you're a Yonko, you can't be scared of 80-year-old couple guys from back in the days. You feel me? You just can't.
You shouldn't be. Not that you can't be. You shouldn't be, but
we'll see when
the same guy.
The
same guy who ran from
Academy. Finish this off in 10 minutes.
I know. Just carry on with your thing.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. Like you could even possibly like if I hear people's arguments, you guys could possibly even make the argument that I could swap Rayleigh with Ben Beckman. I can even do that, you know what I mean? So it's not really a problem for me, but I'm not swapping Ben Beckman with Garp. Anyway, so when it comes to, for me, like being the end time antagonist, the admirals, you've got to be up there. That's just for me, like if you're an admiral, like that's already hype. Forget your feat, forget your portrayal, like forget you being scared of Shanks. Like if you're an admiral, that's already hype enough, and that's enough. That's hype and feat enough for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, because that's a powerful position. Like you're the end time bosses, the end time antagonist. Like you got to be powerful. You know what I mean? And if a man like Rayleigh or Garp are taking you lot down, that's disappointing. That's just stupid. You know what I mean? It makes no sense to me. So for me, Fujitora and Green Bull have to be stronger than Garp and Rayleigh. You're the end time antagonist. You feel me? Like you've got to be powerful. Like they're in their prime. It makes no sense. Like it just makes no sense for me narratively for them to be weaker than Garp and Rayleigh. That's all I got to say. And then for me, even like, anyway, let me go back to my top 10 quick. So I've got like obviously my top 7. Like from 7, I've got Akainu and Kizaru and Aokiji. And like for me, the original admirals, like they've shown enough hype and feat for me to put them above Mihawk. Like I know Mihawk is strong in it. Like I wrote there, like at minimum, I believe Mihawk is admiral level, minimum. Like, and like you can even argue that I can put him just 8th. I was even struggling whether to put him 10th or 8th. 10th or 8th. I was struggling to do that, but for me, I just feel like you got to give the admiral some respect. You feel me? You got to give them some respect. And for me, like I rate admirals even though they're incompetent and they've been portrayed in a very bad light. I just feel like they've got to be there. They've got to be stronger than Mihawk. Like, you get me? I just feel like they have to be stronger than Mihawk. And then my top. So I'm gonna just move up here. You know what I mean? Just do that so you can see my top 10 list. If you want, you can even move Mihawk to 8th or whatever. But I feel like if Kizaru and Mihawk fought for the sake of the admirals, Kizaru has to take it, fam, and even Aokiji, fam. Because when people think that because Akainu lost to Aokiji, so Aokiji lost to Akainu, that it means like Aokiji is far weaker than Akainu. It don't mean that for me. It don't mean that. And I feel like if Akainu can, most people probably believe that Akainu, a lot of people, and not most, but I feel like Akainu should be able to pack Mihawk. Like if he can't, then don't bring admirals into conversations with me. And that's just based on narratively. Just narratively, Akainu has to be stronger than Mihawk. Like, for me, you know what I mean? So, and if Aokiji can go 10 days with this guy, blah blah blah.
Dragon's way too high.
Obviously, with different matchups, they don't like. Yeah, but for me, the reason why I put Dragon 6 because for me, the Yonkos, they're the strongest. They're not just pirates, but they're the strongest characters in the One Piece universe, based on portrayal and hype. When you consider someone like Whitebeard and who Whitebeard's rival was.
So you don't think Dragon having the biggest bounty contributes to your strength?
For me, Yonkos are. For me, I just feel like the portrayal is there, the hype is there. Like they're to me, they're the strongest.
But wouldn't you think
the portrayal
for Dragon is not there? Well, what, you don't think it's not there?
Yeah, but his portrayal so far hasn't shown me anything that they're stronger than Yonko's. Like for me, Shanks' portrayal and Kaido's portrayal are greater than that of Dragon. Even though Dragon's had to have has the most dangerous man.
I'm just playing devil's advocate, but he's got the highest bounty in the series, and we've seen some pretty high bounties.
Who?
I assume his bounty may be higher than Whitebeard's and Rogers, which was around 4 or 5 mil. 4 or 5 bill.
You're just assuming.
Yeah, like, I'm just guessing. Because it's meant to be the highest, and also just based off the fact that he's the main character's dad, and you know how it is in anime and shonen. You know what I mean?
But I rate Dragon, but for me, Yonkos, like, they're the top of the hierarchy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's stronger than them, for me, personally. And I feel like the reason why I put Luffy as 5th is only because, like, when Blackbeard became a Yonko, everybody said he was the weakest Yonko because, like, he was the new Yonko. So it feels proper. I said it as well. So it feels proper that if Luffy is the newest Yonko, you just got to put him there as the weakest Yonko so far. Yeah, but headcanon says, if Luffy was to fight any of them right now one-on-one, Luffy would be my number 1. I could take Luffy and put him as number 1 right now. I could argue it over everybody. Like Luffy, I could put him number 1 right now, and I would argue it till the death of me.
Do a 2-minute argument on why Luffy potentially is the strongest guy in the verse right now.
Yeah, he's got like the craziest fruit. You know what I mean? He's got the craziest fruit, and even though he just gained his advanced conqueror's haki, like he shouldn't be like up there. But based on all of you guys' argument that Yamato's ACOC is weaker, even though like she's had it for a long time, so blah 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 blah, and you're
still didn't do no damage.
Yeah, we're saying that Luffy's
still weak. The fact remains the damage output was dead.
Is number 1, fam. And Luffy defeated Kaido, fam. That's it, fam. He's going toe to toe with Shanks. That's my opinion, fam. But yeah, for me, like the Yonkos are the strongest characters.
I've sent you guys links, by the way, so you just join.
Like for me, like I saw all of your like top 5s. For me, like I won't even.
By the way, I've also put everyone's list in the chat. Daryl, you were first.
Send a new link, John.
Yeah, I've already sent the links. So I've put Daryl's list in. I'm adding Kwame's.
My list ain't my list.
Yes, right. You can just when work finishes, you can talk through your list and just say what you would change in it, and talk through a little bit.
It's my list. It's the whole thing's changed, fam. So it's like
no, it's fine. It's just because we're basically kind of re-recording
my top 5.
Like, you know what I mean?
I would have argued
you can change it because what's been changing, he's around, so you can change yours around as well. But I've already added your original list in the chat.
Yeah, I think it's only fair to see others so you can like make up your mind, like, you know what I mean?
Anyway, carry on, Wolf.
That's it, bro. That's it for me.
Oh, that's your whole thing?
Yeah, that's my whole top 5.
Top 5 is the dry part, really, because it's bait.
Shanks, Kaido, Big Mom, Blackbeard, Luffy, Most people's top 5 would probably be more or less the same, with maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'll argue with anyone's top 5. Like, even if you had Dragon as number 2 or 3, I won't argue
Like,
with that.
even if
Like, I'll let
some
it
people would
go.
have Kaido 1, some people would have Shanks 2. Like, even though you could probably argue, I wouldn't really care too much. The top 5s are kind of more or less like what Daryl said before. It's more like from 30 to like 15, which is like the more controversial.
What? So worth an L doesn't get on the list?
Nah, not for me. His fruit means nothing to me if you have Haki. Like, if you're an experienced,
but he's gonna.
for me,
He has
veteran,
Haki.
for
He
me,
has Haki.
oh yeah, he does observation Haki. But I'm saying for me, he's weak.
He hasn't got more.
Well, he hasn't shown
Now
it, so
maybe,
yeah.
now he hasn't shown it, but now maybe.
All
But
right,
I can't be
everyone join the
speaking
next
of
one.
Vice
what
Admirals
now
have
you
it.
haven't seen.
Everyone join the next one.
All right, cool.
List is all the way fucked up.
What's up?
What you know?
I just done it too early, and it was like a couple days.
So what?
My list,
Daryl, what you want to talk through your list?
No, my list.
Whoever's
is not
watching
even
the
my list,
stream,
like.
which no one's watching, but yeah, I added Daryl's list before you saw it, and yeah, Daryl, go chat through. I'm gonna add it again to this chat.
No, because the edits that I'm doing is right now
Oh,
is
no,
on
the
my
thing
notes,
is,
innit? So you might as well
no,
do your
hold on.
thing
I'm
because my shit ain't
saying
finished.
with your list, you can just talk about what you would change about it. You don't have to.
Yeah, but John, what I'm telling you is there's so many changes. Like, people are not on the list. Like, there's a few man that's not on the list now. Like, I'm taking Magellan just out.
Yeah, just talk about it.
Yeah, but it's not just that, and I haven't even finished doing it, fam. So, like, you put me on the
You
spot. I'm
why
not
are you
ready.
trying to
That's what I'm
take
telling you.
Magellan out?
Yeah, because like when I do my
Because
list,
it's like he ain't coming back. There's no reason for him to come back.
Yeah.
And shit. I don't really rate. Just think about it. The big barometer for him is Shiryu, and Shiryu is near 30 for me. So it's like, why do I even have Magellan when Shiryu's the relevant one, and I don't even rate him like that.
Where's Shiryu on your list?
I had him like 26th, but
26th.
again,
Yeah, so he's around that ballpark.
Who you talking about? Because I can check right now.
Shiryu.
Magellan and Shiryu.
Magellan, where did he have him? Magellan,
I've got him just below my
you had
for me, 25.
him above Shilly, to be honest.
Yeah,
you had him above Shilly, you
but
had him
now he's
above
off the
Rayleigh,
list.
you had him
It's
above
because
King
at the
Weevil and
time, and
Killer.
I think around the
Magellan above Ray.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. My list is not. It's not. That's what I'm saying. Delete the thing. It's not even.
It's all right.
It's not even
I can't
accurate.
delete it. They've seen it.
Yeah,
The
for
fans
me,
have to see it.
You can even for me, you could even use my list as reference and saying
Worth had 3 weeks, fam. So
I don't see it as a problem. Like, I don't see it as a problem, fam. I used I remembered bits of all of you guys' list, and then I watched King of Lightning and Brago's list.
This guy proper done his
homework.
You
know what? Yeah,
I brought up the list, and then these man was attacking me to bring my list out, so I just had to just cook something up quick, innit?
The thing is, I remember because I'm writing down Kwame's list as we speak. It's just taking a bit of while. It's just taking time. I remember
To be honest,
I added Kaido to my list,
thing.
and you guys were getting on to
Kwame's
me.
thing.
But then
I
had a quick look at King of Lightning's list. I had a quick look at other people who you guys kind of rate on you. They had Kaido. They had Kaido there. So I was thinking, these men are really killing me, but their favorite YouTubers put Kaido there as well.
No one was killing you because
in
the stream we done, the majority of people had Kaido in it. I was the only one that didn't.
Kwame didn't have Kaido. Hold on, let me check. Kwame didn't have Kaido. You didn't have Kaido. You two didn't have Kaido.
Of course, Kwame has Kaido.
He doesn't.
In his stream. He had Odin in it.
Yeah, he had Odin. Oh no, he does have Kaido.
Of course, he has Kaido. How can you have Kaido?
Kaido's 1, 2, 3, 4.
How mad would all of us look if he had Odin and not Kaido?
Yeah, that's mad.
We would all have to leave the internet. Forget YouTube. The internet.
Had Kaido at 8th.
I need to do my thing. Can we even the listings?
No, we're not doing all it again, Mister. I don't care enough in it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the chapter.
You're so chat. That's funny, fam. Nah.
Oh, the
Listen,
all right.
bro. No, I'm saying someone
Okay,
had
what I want you
Kaido
to
at
talk
8, but
about,
I don't know who
I
that
want
is.
you to talk about because I'm just gonna read out your. Do you want just to read out your list just quickly, like your
Who?
old list? Like you can just talk about
No,
changing it.
no,
What
bro,
about your
it's
top
not
five?
relevant.
Why are you
This
so
guy's
scared?
proper. I'm telling. Think about it. I've told this guy I'm not going
Yeah,
into my old list because it's changed
yeah,
so much and I haven't finished changing it.
yeah, John, you gotta forget.
But that's
And
Nah,
he's
mad.
let's
just trying
move.
to go with my old list.
Let's
This
So,
was
move
only a
fam,
on.
few weeks
This
if
was
ago.
only, this was only
anything,
meant to
bring
be
your
30
list.
minutes.
I'm gonna bring my
I like.
list, but I'm writing. I'm
Mine's not
writing down all
ready.
of the things in the chat.
Fam, I'm trying to edit
All
my
right.
list, yeah, and I'm not finished
Talk
with
about
it.
your top
Yeah,
So
five.
leave it,
please
leave
What about
it.
allow
your top
me.
five? You had
My
Shanks.
top
You had
five.
Shanks, Ike, Akainu, Blackbeard, Kuzan, Dragon, Luffy.
That list,
Yo,
yeah.
man had Kuzan above
So that's
Dragon
six.
and be at me,
Yeah,
fam.
but no, but do you know what it is? I was going off a criteria by myself where my list, obviously you lot don't listen to me. So my list was based on the final saga. Obviously everyone just done their own list. But
Oh,
my list was all based on the final saga. That's why I had Big Mom so low.
oh,
But no one cared,
oh.
is what I'm saying. So now that I've seen
Yeah,
Worth's list, we're going
yeah.
off strength and feats and portrayal, everything. My thing was based off this final saga we're going into.
No, you
But
can't do that yet, though. You can't do that yet.
I
Yeah.
that's
remember
my.
in the chat. I
It was.
remember
That's
in the
why I
old
said to
stream,
these man,
I
"It's
was even saying
gone."
that everyone's gonna have different reasoning to why characters are on the list. So people shouldn't be getting too pissed at each other.
No, but the reason why I was pissed is because I brought it up with a criteria, and then when I
Yeah.
brought up the idea, everyone just
But
changed it
then
into their own thing.
What was your criteria, though?
My criteria was, what's your list going into the final saga? That's literally
yeah,
what I
but
said
then
Oh,
verbatim.
I
But
didn't
that's not
see
what
that.
happened.
no, but in the
I
chat,
I
I
told you.
didn't see
literally
that.
said
No one saw it.
everyone saw it. Everyone do your list. Just
To be
you know what
honest,
characters are
I
dumb to
think the
go on.
first time I mentioned it was on a call.
No, it
So
wasn't like I saw it. This is
no, it
was
was at
definitely
the
in the
end
chat.
of one of our calls. For the next thing, I'll say next thing we should do is a list.
Oh yeah. But
But
that's
you
next
know,
year,
I'm past it. I'm past it. This whole list shit was what 3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
A
Yeah,
chapter just
bro.
came out. Imagine a chapter came out, yeah, and we're talking about who's stronger than who.
It's just to add like worth
It
to
was
the
meant to
thing.
be 30
You know what I'm
minutes
saying?
anyway.
Yeah, for real, it's definitely eclipsed 30 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, fam. Like, anyway, shit out. You want me to let me mention my theory, innit? Like, it's not a theory. Like, let me explain it now. You want to go into that, yeah?
Yeah, go
Uh,
on.
yeah. So it's not like for me, it's not a theory, but there's a theory going around that Shanks is evil. You know about it, innit? Like Shanks could be evil. You feel me?
I'm with
So,
it.
but
I'm
I
with
was
it.
thinking, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you were excited about that theory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
But
way.
and I was annoyed. I was annoyed. I was like, I don't like that theory. Like, there's no evidence to back it up. But then I've been thinking about it. If Shanks was evil, this is how it could
But what do you
work.
mean by evil? Like, do you mean evil like
So
Flamingo evil, or do you
he's
think
not he's not
an
who
antagonist?
he's not who he seems to be. He's not who he's presented to be. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That, you know what I mean? So like, he's working with the government is what I mean. So for me, it was more like, so like back in the days, like maybe 40 years, like, when piracy was becoming a bit more common, right? And then you have more powerful pirates were rising up. You have people like Rocks, they were trying to break taboos, like trying to look for things that the world
But Daryl,
government didn't
listen
want
like
people
well,
to know.
because I don't actually care, right?
Oh my
Yo,
days! Let the guy spit, man.
like, why are you lying for, John? But yeah, so Paris is 40 years ago, whatever. Paris is becoming more common. You have people like Rocks trying to break taboos, trying to look for poneglyphs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Trying to be the king of the world. And you have Roger coming up, emerging, trying to look for poneglyphs, trying to know the history of the world. You have people like the people of O'Hara researching
Some
all
guy
of
who
the
hates on rocks, but carry on.
blah, 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 all of those stuff. So possibly the world government thought, raw, like there's too many guys that are trying to find the truth. Like we need to do something. We need to do something about this piracy. Do you know what I mean?
So you're
So
saying Shanks is a gatekeeper?
no, but hold on, no, it's partly like a gatekeeper, but a
I think
gatekeeper
every
to the
uncle
world
is to some
government. No,
degree.
but there is like it's yeah, they are, but it's not like that's not what they wanted to become. You know what I mean? But anyway, um, flipping. So the world government are probably thinking like, hey, this is getting too much, it's getting out of hand. Like it's time we do something about it. You know what I mean? So it's possible that it could be also that the God Valley incident, like, could have been set up by the world government, for instance, like to try to destroy Rocks and Roger at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So God Valley could have been a setup um, for 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 Roger and Thingy to come together and fight each other and destroy each other. You know what I mean? And maybe going there was an accident that probably ended up fucking up everything. But so basically their plan was, you know what? How about we bring these two together, let them destroy themselves, yeah. But also, if it doesn't go to plan, that they don't destroy themselves, or something happens, or one of them,
but how do you think they could orchestrate, that happening? Because for me, the way the God Valley incident would have taken place is Rox and Roger were looking for the same thing. So are you saying that the world government put this thing they were after there?
Yeah, it's like bait. Yeah, it was like bait. You know what I mean? They baited Rocks. They baited Rocks, and possibly also baiting Roger at the same time. So for me, like, you have to listen. This is like headcanon for me. For me, it's not a theory, but this is how it could work if Shanks was evil. You know what I mean? This is how it could play out.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm even interrupting too early. Yeah, carry on then.
So I'm not trying to add evidence to prove anything. You know what I mean? It's me just fantasizing about the possibility of Shanks being evil and why.
So this Rock stuff is the background. So carry on.
Yeah, the background. You know what I mean? I'm trying to set up the story here.
Yeah.
So the
question: Did you make this all by yourself?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, just chilling. Yeah. So
Mr. Morge.
So they decided to set up Roger and what's his name, Rocks, to get to God's Valley, that something massive is there, or blah blah blah. Try to bait them out. So they bait him, they bait both of them, and both of them are there, fighting each other, trying to destroy each other. But also the government had like a plan B just in case one of them escaped. Do you get what I mean? So that plan B was like, how about we try to appeal to whoever wins emotions. How about if we put like a baby there? Like, because we know the world government are evil. They will do anything, you know what I mean? They could put a baby there, or couple babies, you know what I mean? Or just one single baby there. And that baby is a baby of like a celestial dragon, maybe a noble baby. He ain't even got to be like a noble baby. He could just be a regular baby. But I'll tell you why later, why he should be a noble baby and a celestial dragon. So the baby is a celestial dragon's baby. You know what I mean? So they leave the baby there, trying to appeal to the pirates' emotions or something. Because maybe they have this idea that maybe Roger, like, because they have this idea that Roger probably isn't that much of a bad guy based on the events that he's done and blah blah blah. So let's just say that they left Shanks there as a baby, and then Roger ends up winning the fight, and he somehow, before he's able to escape, he sees the baby Shanks there. He was like, you know what, I feel sorry for this baby, because the Roger crew, like, they're the good pirates, isn't it? So they was like, let's take it, Captain, let's take the baby, we can't leave the baby there, you know what I mean? Obviously, if it was Rocks would have probably killed the baby and not care, so the plan would have failed. But it ended up being Roger, you know what I mean? And he ends up taking the baby. He takes the baby now. After he takes the baby, but the baby is a celestial dragon. He's actually a plant from the government in order, because they're thinking of the future. Like, how about we put a baby in the hands of a pirate, let him grow with pirates, yeah? Let him get stronger, let him get stronger, let him be trained. And when he gets to some powerful character, he'll be able to help us with some stuff. So say he was planted by the government.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm only really listening like sparingly in it, but isn't that a big if? Those are a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes. That's like
yeah, exactly.
That's
the whole
like
point.
Saying, look, I'm gonna find a kid on the street. No, let's say I have a kid. I'm gonna give him some gang members and thinking that this guy's gonna become the biggest gang lord in the world. That's a bit mad, don't you think?
Yeah, but
he's saying Shanks is an industry plant.
Yeah, like a plant. He's been put there on purpose.
Then Worth is saying that they think that he could become a really big dude, but that's
Yeah,
He could literally be
hold
dead
on.
within 10 days.
But he ain't got to become a big dude though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying with the hope, the plan was to put him there among the pirate, let him grow among the
But
pirate, and eventually we're gonna reach
wouldn't
out
that
to
make
him.
sense if they saw potential in the child? For example, if they saw that he had conquest haki at the age of 10 years old.
How would yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but it
but
doesn't take that because of bloodline. Shanks' bloodline. If you man obviously
But
didn't
what if
watch
it's talk about
the film,
babies?
you man, yeah, but
yeah,
Wat's theory is actually sounding good
Now,
yeah.
I'm not
because
saying
Let
it's
me
wrong. I'm
Shanks's
just saying
relevance.
that's a
You
lot
man
of
never watched the film
that's
and
a
never will watch the
big,
film,
big if.
but Shanks's bloodline is
yeah,
important. No,
that
it's not that much of an if because the Figureland bloodline are an important bloodline.
Yeah,
So if they were
not
to put
every,
a plant,
but not
it would
every
be a Shanks
baby that is
guy.
born to a certain bloodline is now going to end up
But
becoming a pirate.
that's why
this
putting
is a
him with
special
pirate.
bloodline.
Yeah, it's not forget even the special bloodline part.
Like
If
I would hear it a
if
bit
you
more
do,
if the
hold
child
on,
was just a little bit older. It's a
no,
baby.
but it wouldn't work if he was a little bit older. 1 second. For me, it doesn't matter whether he has special bloodlines or not. For me, is if, for example, you remember, you can have someone like Shanks and someone like Buggy in the same crew, but one of them ends up being a pussy, whilst the other ends up being, that guy because of like the influence around him.
Oh, my guy Buggy's a young.
I don't know.
We've got to wait for that. But anyway, big ifs, big ifs. But so flipping, so now it ends up working. Roger ends up taking care of a baby Shanks. So the world government's plan is, is moving along smoothly. Like they've destroyed rocks. Now it's time for them to destroy Roger. Because for them it was like whoever takes the baby works out for them. Because it would mean one of them died, the other one survived, but we ain't done with you yet, the one who survived. We're still trying to eliminate you. So they take Shanks as a baby, and Shanks grows under the arms of Roger. You know what I mean? And eventually, I've got two ideas how they could do this. One idea is eventually, as Shanks is growing up, the agents, the CPO or whatever, they come up to him in secret. They'd be like, "This is who you are, bro. This is who you are. This is your family. Yeah. This is how big you are." They're brainwashing basically because he's young. They're brainwashing. You know what I mean? So this is who you are, this is your family, we need you to do this for us. Like, we didn't think everything will go according to plan. We didn't know if Rox would have taken you or not, but it ends up being Roger. And this man Roger, he's doing bad things. Like, he's trying to know about all of these stuff. He's trying to destroy us. He's trying to destroy us, like destroy our family. Are you gonna allow that? Like, we put you in there for a reason. You know what I mean? So what we want you to do, like, you have to do this for us. Like, if you don't do this for us, this is what's gonna happen. They could blackmail the kid Shanks to do what? To do something for them. Do you know what I mean? Blackmail him. Like, say, look, we have this on you. Like this, and that. I don't know what that is. You can just use your imagination. But they get through to Shanks, right? And they tell him, this is your bloodline, blah 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 blah. And then Shanks will be like, let's just say Shanks agreed. Obviously, in the story, you're gonna have to make it a bit more complicated and have Shanks feeling conflicted and all of that stuff. But we'll leave that for now. Say they get through to Shanks now, and then Shanks is the reason. And then Shanks, he starts buying into the world government's, all the stuff that they were saying. And then the world government say, okay, this guy Roger is going to become big. He's trying to do this and he's trying to do that. We want you to take care of him before he becomes a big, big, big problem for us. You know what I mean? So we want to take this. This is a big poison. This is a poison that kills no matter who you are. So they give Shanks a poison, and then Shanks is the one who actually poisoned, who gave Roger that sickness. And it could have been that Roger would have been the one to find the One Piece. Remember, they weren't ready yet. You know what I mean? It could have been Roger who not only find the One Piece, but also take on the world government. It could have been, but because of that disease, right, he couldn't do what he needed to do. The world government thought that disease would have stopped or killed Roger early, but it didn't work. Because Roger's will is that powerful. Man ended up finding the One Piece. So their plan ends up not working, but Shanks is the one who actually poisoned his captain. You feel me? That's one way they could have reached out to to Shanks. The other way is a bit more supernatural, and you have to basically just buy into it. So for instance, like you don't know about the Jesus story, innit? So how Jesus, like, his spirit is God, but he came as a kid. His body and mind is that of a kid, but his spirit is that of a God. You know what I mean? So you could do something similar to that. That the world government have been working on something about trying to insert the consciousness of an older person from a celestial dragon, like one of the highest noble family. Yeah, they're trying to insert consciousness into a baby, into a new baby. You know what I mean? So even though Shanks is a baby, but because his consciousness is that of like so basically Shanks is basically 30 years old already in his consciousness, but the new body and mind is that of a baby. So that means Shanks himself, his consciousness is that of an evil mind already. He's already part of the world government. You feel me?
Kind of goes against your theory of them raising him, though. The pirates raising him.
No, it doesn't, because the babies, because you got to understand the idea of Jesus coming in the body as a young kid and his mind. So the body and the mind is that of a young kid, but his spirit, or i.e. consciousness, is that of a God who knows everything. You feel me? So you could have the idea that Shanks is actually a 30-year-old being already. They took his consciousness and put it inside of a new baby. Like, there's a way that the world government can do that. So I'm just saying this is a big if. You just have to listen to what I'm trying to say. You don't really have to question it, like. But that's just one of the other things. You know what I mean? Like,
he's lucky Kwame.
Yeah, it's just an idea. It's just
he would
an
still
idea.
Be on the intro.
Yeah. So the consciousness is that of an older person, but the mind and the body is that of a young kid who don't really know anything, of like a normal young kid. So as Shanks grows up with his body and mind, he has his consciousness already sort of taking control. You know what I mean? Taking control of him, saying like, telling him like, this is who you are. It's complicated. You can put that one aside because it's complicated, because this is.
Oh, so you're saying as he ages, that spirit becomes more familiar with him.
Yeah, exact. Something like that. Telling him like consciousness is telling him this is who you are.
To be honest, the best part of the whole thing I've heard is that poison and that disease.
Huh?
That poison and that disease is the best part I've heard of this whole thing.
So let me continue. So you can forget that part. That was just something I was thinking of, but it could have just been the world government got to him when he was young. They told him, this is who you are. You're actually a celestial dragon. We want you to do this for us, blah, blah, blah. And blackmail him. If you don't do this, like, this is what's going to happen to you and your family, or blah, 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 whatever. And then say Shanks did buy into that. And they tell him, you know what? This guy, he hates our family. He's going to destroy us. He's trying to destroy the world. Brainwash him. Try to change his mind. And they were like, take this disease and poison your captain. Obviously, Shanks is going to be conflicted, but he ends up doing it anyway. So, but their idea was for Roger to die early, but Roger doesn't die early. He ends up finding the One Piece, But then you can say, does that mean Shanks? Well, how come Shanks didn't go with them and find the One Piece? Like, you know what I mean? Shanks probably could have been like, because Shanks was growing with them lot, he could have been like, because he became familiar with them, it became harder for him to betray his friends. So when Buggy felt sick, he was like, you know what? I'm going to stay with my nigga Buggy only because I grew up with him, blah, blah, blah. So that could still work. You know what I mean? So as Shanks is growing up, he's getting familiar with who he is. And then he's growing up to become a powerful pirate. And then you have new Yonkos emerging. And then Shanks himself becoming more powerful. And so the world government are using him to keep that balance. And then you have Big Mom becoming a Yonko. You have Kaido coming in. You have Whitebeard coming in. So that all of these pirates don't do crazy things or run crazy in the world. So they were like, oh, Shanks is one of our guys. He became big and he's keeping that balance between all of this pirate world. And we want him to keep everyone in check, blah, 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 to give us infos and all of these stuff, blah, blah, blah. That could explain his privileges. How is he able to take Whitebeard's body? You know what I mean? How is he able to go up to the world government and tell them stuff? You feel me? Like, if Shanks was evil, it could work. You feel me? Like, before I hated the theory and the idea, because I felt like
Shanks fans
There
would
was
have
no
a heart
evidence.
attack.
But in all of this, yeah, and Shanks being in the story, you could always see that from episode 1, he was searching for the person that is going to become the Pirate King.
To kill
So,
him. To kill him. The world government were sending him to look for the descendant of Roger.
Sorry to cut you off. This just
Kill Ace.
like I said,
he probably had ideas because he works for the world government, and these like guys do investigation all the time. He was going everywhere. They probably had like an inkling, like maybe he's here, maybe he's that. You know what I mean? Because they're the top.
what about the who's who? What about when he robbed who's who?
Can I just ask a question? This is aimed towards Daryl and Worth here, because I'm listening like sparingly, but does your theory, Daryl, about Roger's crew being like gatekeepers, like link into what Worth is?
That's not theory. That's a fact. Look at where Crocus lives.
But do you think it links into what Worth is saying with having like an evil Shanks? Do you think it could work together side by side?
Well, it would go against it, right? Because then if you look at Crocus and Rayleigh, they're actually looking for the real savior, whereas I guess Shanks in this theory would be looking for the savior, but to kill him. But there was a scene, where Shanks is talking to Rayleigh, and he says, "Oh, I met a kid in the East Blue," and he said exactly what the captain said. That dialogue there and that scene will make you think these people are all in on Roger's last order type of thing. But if Shanks is evil, it could be that he's working in the same sense because they are looking for the same thing. It's just that his motives are different later. But also, evil Shanks.
But also, let me just quickly jump. But also, he could be, because of what he did to his captain and he's feeling guilt, he could be trying to look for a replacement to carry Roger's will. And that's why he's probably saw something in Luffy. He'd be like, I want to redeem my mistakes. Because now, like, he'll be conflicted, betraying the people that grew up with him. You know what I mean? Like, you know those kinds of characters, you know what I mean? Who are like double agents. So he could do that, but he's conflicted inside. So when he saw something in Luffy, he was like, you know what, let me leave this kid with
one thing I'll say is I do think that disease that Roger got is fishy.
The what?
That disease that Roger got is fishy.
It could work, yeah. Like it could be fishy. You know what I mean? If it was,
I think the disease, like why is Roger getting that?
Yeah, like
I don't really like that disease thing. Sometimes they do that in
now that was
a lot of characters.
Someone probably gave him that shit.
But, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Why it could work.
I just want to like, with the disease thing. Do you think Oda just kind of put in because he wanted to kill him off? Because I've seen in other anime series where they've killed off the character.
Yeah, it could be that just based off the fact that it's Luffy's show.
Remember, remember Itachi in Naruto where they literally gave him a disease, but this disease came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, man was dying.
Yeah, it was for plot related reasons. Yeah, to move the plot out, to progress the plot, and for obviously for Sasuke to win the fight. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So so it could work. You feel me? So like he could have been gone there to the East Blue because he had intel that they like, for me, I have mad ideas. Like they have intel that that Garp probably took care of thingy, but they can't assassinate Garp just like that. You know what I mean? They're leaving Garp for now because of who he is. You know what I mean? So they can't just assassinate him because he's also powerful. You know what I mean? And also he's the face of the Marines. Like if he died randomly, shit could go down. You feel me? So so they had intel. It could possibly have been, but they already have intel. In fact, Sengoku already knew. So this is nothing new. But they wanted to do it in a secret way because they knew if they killed Luke, what's his name? Ace when he was a baby, Garp would have gone mad. You know what I mean? So they had to do it in a secret. So that's probably why Shanks went to East Blue, because they had intel. He went to look for Ace, but he couldn't find him. But Shanks going to look for Ace, it doesn't mean he wanted to kill him. It doesn't mean he wanted to obey the orders of the world government. It could have been that he wanted to protect him because of what he did to his captain. Redeem myself. But he could have also gone there to kill the son of Roger, because that's just who he is now. You know what I mean? He works for the world government. He's the evil Shanks. You know what I mean? But then he meets Luffy. But then he meets Luffy. He's like, this nigga reminds me of my captain. Like, what's wrong with this kid? Like, almost like a bet. Like, okay, like Shanks is
So
just
then why didn't he kill Luffy there?
because he doesn't know that Luffy's Garp's grandson. You know what I mean? But they would have intel. You know what I mean? But
To
he
be
has no
honest,
reason. But he has no reason to kill Luffy though. That's Garp's grandson.
yeah, but you're saying that he would have been going there to look for and kill Ace, and then he ended up giving the hat to Luffy, showing that he sees Luffy as the chosen one.
Not
so why
because
wouldn't he kill him
as
there?
the chosen one. No, not because he sees him as a chosen one, but he sees that he has the same spirit as my captain. You know what I mean?
Therefore, is more likely to be the chosen one.
No, not necessarily, man. Just like, oh, like
he told Whitebeard, I made a bet on the new age. That's how I lost this arm.
You're on camera by then.
Oh shit.
You know, eventually you have to be on camera sooner rather than later.
No, not me, G.
Yeah, you can get a mask. Hold on, you're already on camera, so you're finished.
Yeah, I can't lie. I was thinking of getting a mask myself, like putting a mask, put on some shades, put my hoodie on. You know,
I'm just gonna come like K-Track. He's gonna have the mask. He's gonna take it off after a couple of
years. COVID in the house, man. What?
Swear.
Yeah. So for me, like the Shanks theory could work, and Blackbeard is just that guy who just puts everything into chaos. He just fucks up the plans of the world government, like in a positive way. I even have mad, but for me, it's just headcanon. It's just like
Blackbeard is gonna be how we find out about rocks.
No,
why do you say that? Are we not?
Because
could we not be finding about rocks sooner rather than later?
If you look at Kaido's defeat, right? Kaido lost. He's done, and we didn't get that. Us Rocks fanboys, we didn't get our flashback. So I feel like the best chance we have is this interaction between, Garp and Blackbeard.
Wouldn't it be Stussy?
They're two people, and her too. Her introduction.
By the way,
but
I don't want to talk about the chapter in this video. We can do it on a Thursday because it just makes sense.
Yeah. Whenever. It's just that, if you look at the story, it's like Garp and Blackbeard may be at a crossroads, and they're two people that have, relation to Zebek. So I'm hoping we get a flashback or something there, man. And I'm thinking, even I'm worried for Garp, because even though Garp here is talking about let's beat the snot out these pirates, Garp probably has wrapped up so many pirates here on the CV. But Blackbeard is the guy, who sliced my number one strongest guy in the face. And he said he had his guard up.
He said that scar look nice on you, bro.
That's mad. He's got something. Fam, that's the thing where I was so confident. When I read Garp in the chapter, I was confident. Yeah, my whole thing was Blackbeard getting white-eyed. But it's like...
He shouldn't. Though, that's the thing.
He's not. Because he has something. He was able to scar Shanks. Shanks is more powerful than Garp. So, boy.
Yeah, Garp them lot are minimum, they're not even stronger than Admirals. So yeah,
this version isn't, but Garp with the black hair.
Oh yeah, not obviously. You don't think because for me, I'm trying to make sense of things. So when I say Zoro could be, can't be stronger than Yamato or whatever. When I say that, I'm not trying to say Zoro isn't, but I need an explanation because, I just need an in-story explanation because I'm like the type I'm reading something, I'm watching something. I want things to make sense. You know what I mean?
But you have to understand. You have to understand. Oda doesn't do things like that. A lot of the time in One Piece is who Oda likes the most, and Zoro is Oda's favorite character.
Yeah,
so
which is a shame.
I know he's stronger than Yamato. It's not actually. If you were to ask fans, who's Conqueror's Haki Koten is, who's ACOC is stronger. I'm telling you, they'll tell you.
I'm not denying that. But that's the thing, though.
I got a question.
I'm not denying that.
A little bit unrelated.
Why is Zoro above Yamato on my list?
I just got a quick question here. This is kind of like a...
You would never put Yamato over Zoro. Zoro's your guy.
What do you think about Ace here? If Ace didn't die...
He would have to be stronger than Luffy. That's why he had to die.
I know, but if Ace didn't die, where do you think he would be roughly in the world?
He would have to be fourth because he has to be above Luffy.
because he's older than me. Innit?
He's Luffy's older brother. Like
But
he's just that guy
we did.
well,
But
like,
you guys
he
did
would have
put
been that
Sabo
guy.
above Luffy though.
Huh?
But you know, Sabo wasn't that guy. Like you in the flashback, when we all watched it, we understood that Ace is that shonen big brother.
Yeah.
Sabo is just on the side.
Yeah.
Ace was that proper shonen, but Ace was basically
So you're saying
like he's that shonen.
If Ace was alive right now, he may be in top 4. He's probably like 4th.
He would have to be because I have Luffy top 5, so I have to put him above.
So let's say this is the scenario. Whitebeard still dies,
top
but
5,
Ace
top
was
6.
able to live, but the Whitebeard pirates disbanded.
Well, then,
or you can
to be honest,
Marco
he would have lost to Blackbeard actually, which is quite sad. He would have lost to Blackbeard again, right? Like Blackbeard's still there. He has to lose to Blackbeard.
Yo, I have every reason to.
So where would you have Ace? Let's assume he didn't die.
Yeah, I'll have him where Luffy is, but just one rank higher.
So he would be 5th and Luffy will be 6th.
Yeah, he'll be 5th, Luffy will be 6th, or 5th and 4th.
And I'm assuming he would have a COC as well, right? Or no?
Of course he
would
will.
have
He can't
to.
be a Yonko and not have a COC.
Yeah, but no, but he's not a Yonko. He's not a Yonko.
Huh? No, he wouldn't. Like obviously, like he would probably. He probably wouldn't be.
That's why I only see it now, but that's why Ace had to die.
He has to die because
he messes up the power scaling too much. But he was never going to be a Yonko, but he's going to be stronger than all the Yonkos.
That's not the main reason why he had to die, though. It doesn't. You can't. You weren't thinking about it. That's why. That's the reason why.
That's what I was thinking of. I can't lie.
Oh, think of that, and that's what makes it great. He died in a natural way. He
died protecting Luffy. So that's the best way he could have gone out.
We know that's why he died, but for narrative purposes, sometimes characters have to be cut out.
But it wasn't for narrative purposes. He died to protect Luffy.
I know, but I'm just saying there's more than one reason into why characters need to die.
It stopped Oda from getting a couple headaches with power scaling.
Of course. So it made sense. So when you have things like when people tell me then flipping what's his name, Blackbeard going into Bo Hancock's place, and man's scared to actually he came there to try and capture Bo Hancock, but he saw Rayleigh, an old man who was sweating.
The way I saw it, he gave him respect.
Admiral, hold on, he gave him respect, but forget the respect. Like, you came there for a reason, and then you're telling me you backed out because you saw an old guy. Like, for me, that doesn't seem natural. For me, it doesn't seem natural in story for you to back out if you.
No, but I feel like it's natural because it's Blackbeard, though. Yeah,
no, but it isn't.
Blackbeard's a known.
Yeah, man. He's
not a pussy though. He's not.
He's a pussy, but he's on it at the same time. Like he literally picks and chooses who he fights. He's not like Luffy. Luffy goes in head first.
It's not being a pussy. It's called being smart. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but I don't think it's smart to run from Rayleigh if you're a fucking Yonko. That's not smart.
I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb. Like,
exactly.
It don't make sense. In story, you've got to wipe the floor with Rayleigh.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's consistent with his character, because if it was Luffy, he's not running away. That is true. Like, Luffy goes
in begs for his life
to
everybody. Whitebeard is half dead.
Blackbeard is consistent with his character. He literally has picked and chose who he fights throughout the series.
You know, a lot of these guys theorize though, and they say that through Blackbeard. So I saw this good theory a long time ago, but they were basically saying Blackbeard. You know how he has the theme of 3. They were saying that he also has 3 personalities, and the Pussyo could just be one of them.
We talked about
this because there's been. Yeah. There's been times where Blackbeard is on.
Yeah,
I made a thumbnail. I made a thumbnail for it, but then I changed it.
The theory of 3 is definitely there. You know, Oda could play with the personality.
Yeah.
He could definitely do it.
Yeah, but I would much prefer if that was Blackbeard's own character. He is strong when he needs to be, but he can also be a coward. Like that.
Yeah, that's consistent with his character, so it makes sense.
So I would rather that than him actually having 3 personality. It means it's not 3 personalities, but like 3 souls in him.
Yeah. I think that's what the theory was 3 souls or something.
Yeah, 3 souls. I'd rather that if actually he's in his character to be both a coward and brave, rather than 3 souls. You know,
I think that's more likely. Actually, no. To be honest, do you remember that line that Zoro said to Nami?
Yeah, it's not him. It's them.
It's exactly. So that actually, Zoro said when he was talking about Blackbeard, it's not him, it's them. So Zoro could sense back then.
That's a problem there, yeah.
You know, so that could actually play into the whole free soul.
Question. This just came to my head. You know how we're saying Luffy is basically two people now? It kind of makes sense that Blackbeard is three people, or he's a couple people.
Yeah, fam. Like I ain't even
It follows the trend.
Right now. I got the mental capacity to go into that right now. Like the fruit having a world of its own now. Like flipping now. Like before Luffy was his own man.
As long as Blackbeard doesn't have a guy who's in like reincarnated or whatever, yeah, then I'm cool.
Like I want the reason to be because of his atypical body. You know what I mean? Not necessarily
was saying,
something supernatural, but scientific.
You know when he ate devil fruit, Marco was saying that guy always had a fucked up body. That guy always had a strange body.
Yeah, I'd rather it be like something to do with strange, something to do with experiments.
So you
rather
don't
than
think? I just assumed it was his devil fruit that allows him to do this.
Pardon?
I just assumed this is his devil fruit that allows him to do this because his devil fruit is unique to everyone.
Oda plays, man. He plays too much because what Marco said will make you theorize for 10 years after. Think about how long ago this guy said that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that's what Zoro said.
No, it's Marco.
Marco said, no, I mean,
Zoro
when
said,
you guys said them.
Yeah.
Like for me, Blackbeard couldn't
be Zoro say
for years. In Logtown. Not Logtown. Jaya.
That's very interesting.
For me, like Blackbeard, oh fuck. Forgot what I was gonna say.
Something to do with his body, souls.
I forgot, fam. But I was gonna say though, I have every reason to laugh at John's list, fam. You can't be having like I know what Shanks did to Greenbow is bad, like, but the hype.
No, we was to be honest, yeah, we were bullying John for his list, but everyone done their shit too fast, man. It was too fast.
These man were getting on me for my list, and I didn't understand.
You didn't even though you still don't understand.
No, I understand at the time, but then my reason was you're cussing my list right. Hold on. I was like, my reason is that you're cussing. Hold on, I'm saying that they were cussing my list, but I'm like the same things that you're cussing me for. You're gonna be talking about those things in your list in like a couple minutes.
Yeah. See that. But your top 6 is certified.
Yeah, but it's a top 6, isn't it? Like, who cares?
Yeah. It's certified.
Like, but some of my characters, certified. Like, I made it very clear.
Mine. Wait, hold on. John's top 5 is like mine.
Who?
Your top 5 is like mine.
Is it?
Yeah, it's literally the same. 1 to 5.
Yeah,
I got a rating for that. Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you know, you man.
Some of my characters from like 30 to like 15, they can kind of interchange.
You man's list is a list of the verses for Yonko Saga. That's what your list basically is.
The verses for Yonko Saga.
Yeah. That's what it is. But we're not in that anymore. We're in the final saga. Just so you know.
Yeah, but it's based on current strength, current portrayal and strength. So
you said current, but you're not going off current because in the current story.
But currently the current strength and portrayal. That's why
Kwame added Odin because
How?
Odin. Do you know why? Do you know why he added Odin? He added Odin because Odin was within Wano as well.
No.